Welcome to Financials with Ahawo. It's such a joy to be with you once again as we continue on our Making Wealth series. We've been focusing on making shifts and just thinking through the core things we've been doing, understanding what shifts look like, understanding the steps we need to take, understanding what we may come against us or be for us as we make the shifts. And as we come to the close of this conversation, I'd like us to go through a personal story. And this is just to enable us to see the practicalness of what making a shift means. At the beginning of 2021, one of the biggest things that I wanted to pursue was a lot of diligence, a lot of doing better, a lot of really looking through what my finances had been and what they would become. And coming into 2021, it is also a year that I moved from one of the places I worked, which was a place I really desired to work, a place where I had really grown, and a place where I was seeing a lot of potential. But I needed to shift to another place because I wanted to do some capacity building in how I lead. And this was a leadership training program that I could go into and now grow myself as a leader. And in making that decision, being that it was a program that was kind of work and learning, it meant financially things would change. In terms of how I organized myself, things would change. And I remember sitting down and just asking myself, what are the things that I need to move around so that I can be able to make this shift? Because I'm looking at the long-term goal and how much it will do for me to be able to be part of this program. And of course, being guided within my faith, I was also praying, and I had the heart that this is what God wanted me to do. And it was around that time that I really collated all the different things I had been doing financially and began to ask myself, what can I do differently? And that's what a shift looks like. A shift looks like beginning to look at what you've been doing and moving to do it differently. So first I looked at my savings and I realized that there was quite a number of savings that I had put in one or two places that I could bring together and be able to use partially in that period. So that helped me to kind of think, wow, this is available to me and can help this transition and how my finances will look like in this season be easier. Then two, I looked at investments, which I had thought to do and how I had done them. And I was able to make the shift in terms of where I had put the money, what did I need to pull down, what did I want to stay where it was. Then I also looked at business. One of the things that I enjoy doing is to merchandise, e-commerce. And I began to ask myself, what am I really putting out there in terms of business and how can that show up better? And it wasn't the easiest thing, but one of the things I did was also keep myself accountable in terms of writing. In the previous year, that's 2020, which was ideally a very intense year for the world, being the COVID-19 pandemic year, I had read through a couple of books on debt, financial management, financial decision making, just things that had been like seeds being sown. And I had been reading and writing. That can take long and it can be boring, especially when you're thinking, I just want to finish, get the nuggets and go on. But for whatever reason, this particular season, as I read through the books, I was reading and really picking up nuggets and things I wanted to do. So even as I made the shift in 2021, I didn't have the books, but I had the notes and nuggets that I would refer back to kind of be able to pick my mind to the things I had committed to do. And I can tell you, it was not easy, but it's one of the best decisions I have made. And I would encourage you to also make. Once again, it's Ahawo, excited to keep speaking to you and looking forward to us continuing to have this conversation. Talk to you soon again.